Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, we're going to take a look at the DragonEye SpeedLidar. Now, the different DragonEye guns, they're best known for their anti-jamming capabilities. They're designed specifically to try and defeat laser jammers. That said, all the different top laser jammers have since been updated to, well, counter the different DragonEye guns. Now, something interesting about these specific guns is there's many different versions of them, and not every gun behaves the same. In fact, a lot of different guns actually have different pulse patterns, and so laser jammers actually have to become more advanced and sophisticated to handle all of the different DragonEye guns that are out there. This is the full-size DragonEye SpeedLidar, and let's go ahead and take a closer look at it.
DragonEye ahead.
Now, taking a closer look at the gun, you'll notice that we've got our two lenses right here, and they are horizontally oriented for your transmitter and your receiver. We've got a gray-colored case. Viewfinder's here on top. The handle is here on the bottom. It takes C-cell batteries. We've got our red trigger right here to fire the gun. On the back, we've got our display to display your speed, distance, and just all the configuration options. We'll take a closer look at that here in just a second. And then over here on this side, you'll notice we've got some screw threads and a data communication port. That's to attach the add-on camera if you'd like to turn this into, well, the Dragon Cam system. That way, when the officer's shooting the gun, they can also get photos or videos as needed. In the viewfinder, you're going to see the red dot. That's going to be your crosshair. Just put that on a car, pull the trigger, and it's going to go ahead and display your speed right in the viewfinder. The DragonEye doesn't also display your distance in the viewfinder, just your speed. When you release the trigger and take a look at the display on the back of the gun, you'll see both the target speed and the distance to the target. And with that said, let's go ahead and take a little closer look here at the DragonEye in action, shooting a bunch of different cars. Now, if you're driving down the road and you get shot with one of these, your laser jammers will let you know that the officer's targeting you with the DragonEye.
DragonEye ahead.
Next, let's take a quick look at the officer's interface when they're using the gun, kind of the buttons they have, what they see on their display, etc. So by default, they're going to want to measure both the speed and the distance to different cars. If they want to do just a quick range measurement, a distance measurement, they can do that here, and then they just push this button again, and it goes back into speed measurement mode. Right here, they've got the menu with a couple different settings that can be useful, so things like setting the minimum range that they want to measure, as well as the maximum if they don't want to shoot too far away. They've got their VASCAR operation, so if they want to basically measure speed without using laser at all, they have this feature available here. They can also go back and log the previous speeds that they've measured, so that's pretty useful. Go back in here, see for example the last one, 40 miles an hour, 1,100 feet away, cool. They can also go in, of course, and set the clock just to make sure that all the logging stuff is accurate. They've got some calibration stuff just to ensure that the gun is operating properly at the beginning and end of their shift. The direction filter if they want to monitor both directions of traffic, or if they only want to monitor, vehicles coming towards you or vehicles going away. Next, they have the option of adjusting kind of how the crosshair works here in the viewfinder. So if you want it to be just a dot crosshair, or if you want an oval-shaped crosshair, you can adjust that here. Those are the two options available. Now, if you have any add-ons paired with the gun, you can have it set up to communicate wirelessly over Bluetooth, or with the wired option. You can have the gun remind you next time it needs to be sent out for certification. You can have it set up to log data as you're shooting if you like. You can reset to factory defaults, or finally, maybe the main thing that we're interested in, ECCM, or the anti-jamming capabilities. This stands for electronic countermeasures. Basically a counter to laser jammers, which are countermeasures. You can turn that on and off if you like. By default, it's going to be on when you're shooting the gun. This is the anti-jamming capabilities built into the gun. Then as far as the other buttons here on the gun, we've got our brightness controls for the heads-up display. So, basically making it brighter in the daytime or maybe dimmer at night. You've got your volume controls for the different beeps or the audio while you're actually shooting the gun. Then as far as a couple different shooting modes, You've got your normal operation, which is what you're going to be using most of the time. The officers also have poor weather mode that they can use in case it starts raining or something. And then the last option is obstruction mode. So if there's something like a tree or a pole or a sign in the way or something, they can actually shoot that target, and then the gun will take that into account when they're continuing to track cars with something in the way temporarily. And then finally, we have a self-test feature right here that they can press just to do a quick self-test of the gun and make sure that it's behaving correctly. Now, when it comes to jamming the DragonEye guns, there's many different companies that are able to do it nowadays. You've got everybody from Anti-Laser, TMG, Escort, Stinger, Adaptive, etc. There's a lot of companies that are able to do it. Some do this better than others in terms of the jamming capabilities and also how many different versions of the guns that they can jam. I do find that overall, ALPs are the way to go. They do the best job as far as jamming and continuing to stay up to date as new versions of the DragonEye are released. And so if you face a lot of DragonEye in the area, ALPs are the gold standard for that. If you'd like to learn more about the different laser jamming systems, I'll put a link down in the video description, and so you can read up more on that. And so with that said, yeah, that's a quick look here at the full-size DragonEye SpeedLidar. If you'd like to see more videos of different police laser guns, just click the button on screen or link down in the video description. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you in the next video.